What's up, guys? Master Styles here, bringing you another Eternal Evolution video. And today I'm going to give you my impression on the new character, Fiona. So we're going to go straight to it. Let's go check her out. So first up, we're going to take a look at her at Immortal. My first impression of her, she was a little squishy in the beginning, but then once I put the right gear on her and get the setup, she got a little bit better, or I should say greater. I'm running Rebirth Seth with Hawkeye. She's already EX 20. I'm thinking about bringing her to 30 just to see how that EX 30 works with all the displacement skills or teleportations that assassins have. And her talents is already done. I do have an extra copy of her, so I can bring her to Immortal 1 if I do happen to pick up another copy. And for overall, she's been pretty good. She makes the assassins survive a lot longer, and I'm very interested to see how she's going to be in chapter 16 of Twilight Lands, because you do need assassin for one of the bosses. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's the main boss or the secondary boss. So here we're going to jump right into the Roulette of Truth, level 7, and I took out Bailey, yes, because if you watch my previous video, I talked about how Bailey tends to die, and I also mentioned that Leo might have a resurgence here with her and eventually the new Vanguard that comes out. Because if the new Vanguard that comes out increases health or attack, it's going to make Leo more viable. And of course, I love my boy Teresh, so he's in a lot of my comps. You already know, double damage reduction, double damage increase. This is why I'm running this team. As you can see, Fiona, the only complaint I have about her is her ability that gives them the ability to be immortal, and it seems like it's random and it only happens once per battle. But like I mentioned, the assassins tend to be squishy, especially Dominic. If all the other assassins die off or vanguards, he's pretty much gonna die really, really fast. But just keeping them alive a little bit longer, always being in the shield so they get extra attack. And that's one of the things too, where if you think about a Miranda or Masrani, yes, Masrani gives you a shield in the beginning of the match, but if you're not over healing, you're probably not going to have shields. Yes, you can run the other commander that gives you shields every time you do displacement, but here you get to run the assassin commander and the prototype that gives you an additional 40% attack. So I think that you definitely want to pick up Fiona. And plus, it's a healer. Remember, they said that in Hell Arena, you're going to need to build a 14. And for me right now, I'm thinking that, this assassin / Vanguard team will be my 4th team. I already have a summoner team, my tank team. Only thing with the assassin team is that I can't run Teresh because he's on my tank team. So I think the Vanguard / assassins would be an interesting team. And as you can see, Leo's not taking any damage, and that's the key thing about this run, is that they don't take a lot of damage. With the displacements that could, and they're running Marauder sets, they keep healing. She barely heals, but they're always in shield. So for me, my overall impressions of her, she's very impressive. You want to pick her up. You're gonna need another healer, Miss Ronnie, plus Miranda, now Fiona, and of course you can use Serena on one of their teams. And Serena works well on the tank team. Bada, we ain't gonna talk about her. And it's kind of interesting that they do have Bada in the Elite chapter. So if you want to pick her up, that would be another good thing. So then you would have another additional healer, because that 4th team is where a lot of people are gonna run out of people to add, and you're gonna have to think a little bit outside of the box. So my overall impression of Fiona is that she's a must add. if you're running Assassin Vanguards, you know there's a new Vanguard that's going to come out in the next week or so, or towards the middle of August. So you're going to want to pick up Fiona. And I like her. You know, in the beginning when I first got her, she was a little squishy, but once you put the right gearing on her, she becomes more viable. And if you bring her beyond Immortal 0, she's only going to be better. EX30, I'm very interested in see what that looks like. And also hyper evolving her will be something fun to see. So if you haven't picked her up, pick her up now. You know, go and spend 180 limited tickets if you had it. If not, you know, you can spend 60, get a copy, and gene her all the way to Immortal if you have those resources. Or for me, I got her to Immortal the same day I got her. So if you like content like this, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so it can go out into the algorithm so more people can see this. So I want to thank you for watching. Until the next one, peace.